All right, guys, get your hand-eye ready for FutureGrind. Alright guys, this week we're playing FutureGrind on PlayStation 4. It's a side-scrolling stunt bike style game that at first really catches your eye. It's very colorful, the art style is really cool. The way the game plays is very fast across your screen. There's lots of visual stimulation when you start this game right up from the beginning. So the basic concept of this game is you get this stunt style bike, comes with two different color wheels on it on your screen, and the objective is to get from point A to point B as you progress through these different style levels that this game has. But the main aspect of the game is to chain tricks together to gain a higher score while you grind along these rails that are kind of positioned along the screen throughout the stage. And the way you play it is that your stunt bike wheels have different colors depending on where you are in the game and kind of how you progress through the game as it gets more difficult. Your wheels become different colors, and what that means is those colors actually correspond to what rails that your bike can grind on. And the way you grind is essentially on PlayStation 4, it's just a kind of a jump style spin technique where you just kind of jump from rail to rail with the bike grinding as you accumulate points depending on how you kind of chain the jumps together. There's double jumps, obstacles to avoid, and the biggest thing is really you need to make sure that you match those colors with the wheels and the rails that you're grinding on, because if you don't, your bike wipes out immediately. But the nice thing about it is that it throws you right back in it. It's a split-second start. You're not going through screens. It's just kind of a, all right, try again, let's go. And it's a lot of fun in that aspect where you don't feel so bad when you fail, because let me tell you, it comes through really fast. These things are moving pretty quick, and you got to chain these jumps together. And once the colors start changing on you, then it gets difficult. The first few levels when you introduce into the game, it's very easy because it's all the same color. They just kind of walk you through the different maneuvers, the different ways you can move around the screen and from rail to rail. But the biggest thing with that is, as it goes on, it feels repetitive, but then they start switching up. The levels start changing. It's not so linear where you're just kind of going up and down different levels. The level actually starts kind of moving around on you, and the rails are shaped and they're curved in ways where now that your jumps, you're having to time your jumps almost so precisely that there's only one spot on that rail that you can make that jump to land on the next one. The one big thing I noticed about FutureGrind is that I was playing it on PlayStation 4, and for me, when I'm playing a console game, I feel like I need to have a little more content. And with this game, I found that there's not much to it. I mean, the levels are basic in the sense that you're doing the same thing every time, but at the same time, they obviously are difficult. So the people that are going to be interested in this game are going to be these side-scrolling, puzzle, kind of temple run, racing style games where, there's no stopping. It's go, go, go. It's a pass or fail style game. But for me, I felt like this game would be more suited on some sort of mobile device, whether it's your phone or a tablet or something like that, because it's just a good pick up, play for 10-15 minutes. You're waiting to do something or something like that. It's a good game in that sense, but at the same time, I don't think the replayability is necessarily there. And one thing I think that would really help Milkbag Games with this particular game is in putting in some sort of multiplayer aspect or a co-op aspect, maybe some sort of tag team style thing, because this game would be a lot more fun to play with somebody else, and unfortunately they only allow a single player kind of one solo career all the way through as you progress through these tracks. And I think that hurts this game, because nowadays all games have some sort of multiplayer aspect for the most part. Obviously we've got our big story-based games, but when we're looking at time waster style games, if we can get some sort of co-op or multiplayer, I think this game could really shine. If I have to score FutureGrind, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed FutureGrind's fast-paced gameplay, and its addictive nature made it a lot of fun to play. But some things that lost at points was the fact that it doesn't have a multiplayer mode, and the tracks get a little stale after a while.